Yeah, okay. You see, it looks a little bit different than how it used to look on the Note too. That's what kind of threw me off. When you want to move one box bigger than the next, that's all you got to do. You see how the arrow up and down? So you move one box bigger than the next. So multitasking on this is a go, and it's true multitasking. Okay, not that keep putting back, forward. And you see there's got a lot more apps available than when it first launched. Remember, at first you could only use certain apps. Now there's a lot more apps available. And I'm really digging the fact that you could put so many apps in one area and then switch back and forth through them without opening them up. I'm loving this folders like this. I'm loving how that works. All right, so multitasking is a definite go. Now, let's talk about the S Pen. Now, the S Pen is what separates this phone from any phone out right now. The S Pen is amazing on this, okay? This is the best S Pen, best phone combination yet. Now, you know the S Pen when it first came out with the Galaxy Note, it was a little bit suspect here and there. The Galaxy Note 2, the S Pen was great, but this is a go. And y'all know how it works on the Note 8.0 and the Note 10 and all that. The S Pen is a go, but so far this is the best one so far. Now let me show you something that I got set up on mine. Now you can change this if you want. I got it set up so when I pull out my S Pen, it automatically opens up Air Command. So what Air Command is, it's a little menu. You see I'm not touching the phone. It's a little menu that you can cycle through and has different features. So let me put the volume up a little bit so you can hear some of this stuff. All right, so let's talk about the features that you get with Air Command. Now, fellas, like I said, you gotta use this stuff. I know you got the Galaxy Note and you're just banging out emails and Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter and all of that, but you're not gonna learn how to use this stuff unless you play with it. And some of the stuff, it might seem kind of gimmicky, but once you start using it, this stuff is the truth. All right, so let's take a look at Action Memo. Now, y'all seen when I did this in the unboxing video, Action Memo is probably one of the S Pen features I use the most. That's like when you're outside and somebody give you a quick phone number, 347-111-2121. Now, when you get that number, you can automatically link to an action. Okay, so once I hit link to an action, I could call the person, I can save it to my contacts, I can send them a message, I can send them an email, I can search the web for any pertinent information to that number. If it was an address or something, I could find it on the map, or I could just put it as a task, as a to-do list. So say I wanted to call that number, bring it right there and just call it. Now I still have my Action Memo opened up. I click on it, open it back up. Say I wanted to do something else with the number. Like say I want to save it to contacts. Save it directly to contacts. So trust me, Action Memo is the truth. All right, now you could change the colors of the pen. You hit the eraser, you could erase what you want. Play with it. Change the background colors, change everything up. All the ladies rock the pink and all that. You don't have to rock the red pen. You can rock whatever color you want. This is a good look right here. All right, you can minimize this, like I said, and bring it back up. You can put a list view from all of the ones that you already did. See, like some of the memos I already had earlier. You can search. I was just playing around with the phone, so I saved a bunch of them. But trust me, Action Memo is the truth. Play with it for yourself. Now, the way I got my Air Command set up is when I pull the pen out, it pops up. You don't have to do it like that. If you want, you could take it off, and only when you need it. Anywhere over the phone that you're hovering over, you just press the button. Okay, you press the button on the S Pen, and it'll open up the Air Command. Anywhere, you just tap the screen if you want to get rid of it. Anywhere you at, just open it up. All right. So next we got Scrapbooker. Scrapbooker is a tough app also, tough feature with the phone. Let me show you how that works. Let's exit out of that. Now, say I'm happen to be on let's go to YouTube. Say I happen to be watching some YouTube videos. Let's see what they got on what to watch. Let's see what's on. Now, I don't really get too much service under here, but we'll see. Say I want to check out this Sylvester Stallone joint or whatever. I want to watch this. Remember, make a note to watch this later. All I got to do, activate my Action Memo. I'm gonna activate my Air Command. You hit Scrapbooker. Now all you have to do is circle this. Now it's gonna put it in my scrapbook and save it as the YouTube video. So we'll save that for later. So now say I happen to go to my website. Let's see what I got browsing the web. Let's see what we got here. Now, say I just happen to be, this is exactly what I happen to be doing. I was about to order this Galaxy Note 10.1. So now I want to save all this information from here. So what I'll do is activate the air command, activate Scrapbooker, and I'll save all this information right here. And we'll save that. So now I can continue browsing, continue checking it out. Now later on, when I'm ready to make that move, all I got to do is go to Scrapbook. We'll open up Scrapbook. And we have all the stuff that I collected. So we got that YouTube video over here. We can share that and do a whole bunch of stuff with that. And we got the Best Buy information. Now with that, I can actually click, you see? Just hover right over it. I could just go right back to that website, or I could just see the little area that I cropped out, the price and when it's available. Or I could just go straight to the open web address and check it out again for myself. All right, so Scrapbooker is a definite go. Now, like I said, I don't get too much service under here, so we're not going to fool around with too much web stuff, but that's what it is. What else? Let's see what else we do with this S Pen. Like I said, fellas, play with it for yourself. Open up Air Command. We got Screen Write. So Screen Write is now say a lot of cats want to know how do I set my home screen up like this. Cats ask me how do I get this widget, how do I do that. If I want to show them that, all I got to do is open up my Air Command, click on Screen Write. What that does is it takes a screenshot of whatever screen you're looking at, and you can now write on that screen. So say I wanted to circle, like I tell somebody, this is an app, you must get this one, you must get this one, you must get this one. Must get. Now I can send that. I can send this as an email. I can touch it up a little, make it look a little bit better, put some more colors into it, change the pen size, all the usual stuff, and I can just send it. So this is a good look right here. So that's what that is. Now, there's another way to access that without even having to open it. You could just press the button on your S Pen and hold it on the screen. And it'll take a screenshot. So that's the easy way to take a screenshot. You could just save it like this, or you could do the old school way, taking a screenshot by pressing power and home at the same time. And you get your screenshot like that. All right, so that's easy ways to do that. So that's another function with the S Pen. And let's show you the search real quick. Go on the Air Command. Let's go S Finder. So now when you hit S Finder, this is going to be a search that'll search everything on your phone. So now this is how I just used this the other day. This is definitely relevant. Now, I gotta go to court for some bullshit. Shout out to all y'all trolls, nothing criminal. I gotta go to some court for some other bullshit. I got a court date from a while from now. I couldn't remember when is my next court date. So, but I know I put it in my calendar somewhere, so I didn't want to have to go searching through my calendar, searching every day of the month and all of that. So all I do is go to S Finder. I search calendar. I put in court in the search, and they bring it up the calendar. It got the court date, court need, anything that has to do with court, and it puts them up in order. You can search from the last 30 days, the past 7 days, yesterday. You can search your handwriting. You can search music, videos, personal information. S Finder is a win. All right, so that's something, like I said, you got to play with it for yourself to really get the hang of it, and you get used to that. The next one, and this is another one that's kind of sick, is Pen Window. Let me show you how that works. All right, now with Pen Window, let me go to some emails real quick. All right, now say I'm in my email, right? Or I'm just doing anything, and I want to get a little calculator up, like I'm doing my bills, I'm getting an email from this person, I owe them some money, I owe this person some money, let me do my monthly bills. All I got to do now, instead of having to keep exit out emails or open up another, multitasking and all that, you go to Pen Window, you hit that. Let me not show this again. You draw a little box. This is where you want the app to be. Now, this doesn't work with every single app, but a certain amount of apps do work. Your phone, YouTube, contacts, Hangout, web, clock, and your calculator. So now I'll hit calculator. So now I can actually use the calculator while I'm scrolling through my emails. And keep in mind with this, everything in the background still works. I can move this around to wherever I want it. I can do calculations and all that. I could be deleting emails. This is a go. I can also open it up, or I could also minimize it. So I open up a little calculator right here. You can minimize it, and when you minimize it, it turns into a little box like this. So now I can open up another one, let's say YouTube. Now I could be watching a YouTube video while I'm checking my emails. And in the middle of checking my emails, calculate some more stuff up, close that back out, back to the emails, all this time while I'm watching my YouTube videos.
What's up, big guy? We got Hulk Hogan.
So fellas, this is multitasking. This is how multitasking is supposed to work. All right, that's multitasking at its finest on the Galaxy Note 3, trust me. Now, let's talk about some of the settings real quick, and then before we get out of here, let me clear. See, that's what I'm saying. All these notifications I just got, no lag. That was one of my main problems I was having with my Galaxy Note 2, because y'all know I get mad notifications. Shit was lagging out like crazy sometimes, and it was getting annoying. So let's go to settings real quick, and let's talk about some of the settings. Now, you can turn that multi-window little tab off. That tab gets on my nerves sometimes, so I tend to leave mine off. Now, you got all your regular settings. Of course, you got NFC and Bluetooth. So NFC lets you use your, NFC features. You got your S-Beam. So this way, when you got your two Galaxies together, put them together, or two phones with NFC, send information out. Like I said, we're not going to go through all of these step by step, but just the ones that's hot. You got screen mirroring. Now, I was using this last night on my TV. You could set your phone. If you got a Samsung TV, a smart TV, you can have all the information from your phone displayed on your screen, wirelessly, effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is activate screen mirroring. Your device will pop up. You connect it, and then now you're on your phone, and you're rocking your Instagram and your Facebook and all that from on the phone. So that's tough. You got your lock screen, like I said. Now, go through the lock screen option for yourself. Add your widgets, add your shortcuts. You see personal message, that's how I got that. Owner information, change your unlock effect, your ink effect, I had the blue ink, all of that. You see you got action memo on lock screen. You see, to open action memo, double press the lock with the pen. So you can make it where you could double press it, or you can make it where it pops out by itself. Always take the help text off, fellas, y'all know how that go. Notification panel, blah, blah, blah. All the usual stuff. Your controls. Now your S Pen. So now you can turn off S Pen detection. So this way you don't have that little what do you call that? I don't even know how to explain it, but it's, a little trace where the S Pen is supposed to be at over the screen. You don't need to see that. Well, I don't need to see it. But if you're new to this Galaxy game, then you can leave that on. You got S Pen Keeper. This is tough. So this way, when you take your S Pen out, and you're playing around at work and you leave it on the table, and then now you're running to catch the train after work and you leave your S Pen on the table. Once you get about 30 feet away from the phone, your phone is going to go off letting you know that your S Pen is not in there. So this way you run back to your office, grab your pen, and save some money from having to go buy another aftermarket one. All right, so you got the pointer. You can turn the pointer off. Direct pen input. This is display the handwriting pad, text next to the area where the S Pen is detected. Like I said, play with that for yourself. You got the air command, you got your sound. You can have different sounds when you pull it out. That's what she said. What else we got? Now, like I said at the beginning, one-hand operation. All right, now you can use this for all screens, just a keypad, Samsung keyboard, calculator, all that. You could actually change the phone with, I'm not going to demonstrate because this video is going to be mad long, but you can make the screen size smaller. So you can make your whole phone smaller. So for the ladies, dudes with small hands, you don't have to only just make your keyboard smaller. You can make the whole phone smaller. You know what I'm saying? Look like this. So you can have your whole phone small. You can move it around. And this way you can do everything with one hand, not just typing on the keyboard. All right? You can make a calculator, your Samsung keyboard, anything. Your unlock pattern. If this phone is kind of big, so if you got some crazy pattern, you don't want to have to go like this. You can make it small where you just do that with one hand. All right, now you got all your ear adjusters. You got quick glance. Let me show you a quick. Like I said, I'm not going to get into all of them. I'll just show you the ones that's hot. This works in your Note 2. This one also works in your S4. Quick glance is kind of like what that Moto X does. You see, you just wave your phone, you wave your hand over your phone, and it'll give you a quick glance at all your notifications. So when you're in your business meeting or something, just wave over your phone, and it'll let you know your watch is connected, you got some Gmails, you got some emails, all of that. All right, so you got ear jump. You can scroll between web pages. So without having to touch the phone, you just swipe your finger up and it'll scroll one full-size web page. All right, you got ear browse, move between pictures of pages, music tracks, and all of that. Ear call accept. Ear browse is something like this. When you're in your gallery, let's go to my gallery real quick. You can just hover over a picture and it'll pop up the picture without having to actually check out the picture. All right, so that's dope. Let's see what else we got here. All right, ear command. We already seen all that stuff. No reason to check that out again. You got all your motions. You got trust me, like I said, some of these now you might say kind of gimmicky and all that, but use them for yourself. All right, use them for yourself. I'm not gonna really get too deep into all of these because they're basically self-explanatory. When you get the phone, each one has a little tutorial show you how to use it. You got your smart screen. Now, I use Smart Stay. That works in good lighting. That means when you're looking at the phone, the front face of camera, you see that little eyeball right there? It will detect that you're looking at the phone. So it'll keep your screen on. So this way, when you're reading or something, you don't have to worry about if you're reading a long email, long web page or something, you don't got to keep on turning the phone back on and off. You got smart rotation. This way, when you're in the bed and you're fumbling around with the phone, it won't keep going from landscape to portrait by accident. It'll recognize that you want it to be in one position. You got smart pause. This way, when you're watching a video, all you got to do is look away from the screen and the video will stop. Now, I haven't tried that out for myself. I hear a lot of people saying it's kind of iffy or whatever. Whatever, let me know how it works for yourself. And you got the smart scroll. Now, that means when you're reading your emails or you're reading your web pages, you can't see my face, but all you got to do is move your eyes downwards and it's supposed to move down with your eyes. So whatever. Like I said, some people call it gimmicks. I like them. Now, this one I use a lot also, the screen capture with the swipe. So that means when you want to take a screenshot, all you do is swipe over the screen and you take a screenshot. You got the mute pause, cover the speaker. You cover your speaker and it's supposed to stop your video from making the sound. Now, I haven't used that one yet either because, I just don't use those. But even myself, I got to start using all these features because you pay $800 for the phone. You better use all the features or you better at least try them out once. If they don't work, then they don't work. But at least try them out once. What else we got? S-Translator is duff. Fellas, you got to check out S-Translator. I use this for all y'all cats from other countries that be hitting me up on YouTube with, comments with other languages and all that. I won't demonstrate it now, but it's just like Google Translate, but it translates out loud. So now, not only if I want to say, how do I say, blah, 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 in Spanish, it's not going to just print it out how to say it in Spanish. It's actually going to say it. So I get an idea of how to say it. So check that out for yourself, too. Like I said, overall, all in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this phone a solid 11. Now, let's talk real quick about my favorite feature or my favorite aspect of a phone review, the floss factor. Okay? Now, what's the floss factor, you ask? That means when you go in somewhere, when you go to work, when you go to the bar, when you go to the restaurant, when you go to the club, when you're stuck in traffic, and you're on your phone, you're at the DMV, wherever you at, when you pull out your phone, if there's somebody right next to you and they got an iPhone 5 or they got a Galaxy S4 or they got a HTC One or they got a Nexus, whatever they got, are you shutting them down? That's the floss factor. Well, with this phone right here, the floss factor is off the chart. All right, the floss factor is a definite 10. Basically, there's nothing out right now that nobody could pull out to shut you down. All right, when you pull out your Galaxy Note, you are automatically the boss of the scene. You're on top of the food chain. Wherever you at, everybody else got to fall back. Now, shout out to everybody who got the iPhone 5S and all of that. I did order one too. I ain't gonna front. But there's nothing else right now touching the Note 3. Okay, you are the ultimate boss. Now, when you really want to shut somebody down, and you're at the bar, you're at the DMV, and you got your Galaxy Note 3 looking nice and crispy, and then you pull out your Galaxy Gear, This is ultimate boss status, all right? It don't really get no bigger than this right now. This is as big as it gets in the phone game right now. So that's why that's one of my favorite, one of my favorite topics about phones and gadgets and all of that is I like to have the best one that's out, all right? And this is definitely the best phone that's out by far. Even if you don't use the S Pen, which you should, but if you don't use the S Pen, all of those other features aside, this phone is just a gigantic beast. All right? It's a big giant phone. It's super thin, super light, and it's super fast with no lag. All right? So that basically sums it all up in that little sentence right there. Super big, super fast, super thin, super light, and no lag. On a scale of 1 to 10, this phone is an 11. All right? Now, fellas, I know y'all gonna ask about the cases and all of that. Like I said, I ordered a bunch of cases from Spigen. I just checked the other day. They talking about delivery date November 4th and all that. They on back order, blah, blah, blah. All right, whatever. But I did order about another maybe 12 cases from other companies. So we're going to get into the case videos real heavy. We're going to get into all the extended batteries. We're going to get into the wireless charger. We're going to get into all that stuff. Because the Note 3 is the Note 3 now is my new favorite phone. So I'm going hard body on it. I'm getting all the accessories. I'm getting all the cases. And we're going full throttle with this, all right? So that's about it. That sums it up. If y'all cats on the fence, get off the fence and go get this one, all right? Shout out to everybody that rock with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where we at, full time, 100%, full throttle. It's your boy Floss. I'm about to get into this Galaxy Gear Real review in about 5 minutes, so come back for that. And we're going to keep it popping, all right? By the way, for all y'all haters, all y'all trolls, look, I was listening to the song the other night and it made me think about y'all haters and trolls. And I give y'all a little clip from the song. It goes something like this. I got no time for fake niggas. Just sip some Cristal with these real niggas. From East to West Coast, spread love, niggas. And while you keep talking shit, we counting bank figures. It's your boy Floss. I'm out. Deuces.